The small town of Millfield was nestled in the rolling hills of rural America, a place where everyone knew everyone else and nothing ever seemed to change. But that all changed one fateful autumn night, when a series of bizarre and terrifying events began to unfold. It started with strange noises in the night, unearthly howls and shrieks that echoed through the deserted streets. People locked themselves indoors, too afraid to venture out into the darkness. And then, one by one, the town's residents began to disappear. The authorities were baffled by the spate of disappearances, and the town was thrown into a state of panic. People whispered about ghosts and demons, convinced that the town was being haunted by some malevolent force. But no one could have predicted the true horror that was lurking in the shadows. As the bodies began to pile up, it became clear that something unnatural was at work. The local sheriff, a no-nonsense man named Frank Thompson, was determined to get to the bottom of the mystery. He spent countless hours poring over evidence and interrogating suspects, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not seem to get any closer to the truth. And then, one dark and stormy night, Frank finally got his break. He was out patrolling the streets when he heard a commotion coming from an old abandoned house on the outskirts of town. He rushed towards the noise, gun drawn, and burst through the door to find a group of people huddled in the corner, trembling with fear. In the center of the room stood a tall, shadowy figure, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. Frank raised his gun and fired, but the bullet seemed to pass right through the creature's body. And then, with a blood-curdling shriek, it lunged at him, its claws slashing through the air. Frank knew that he was outmatched, and he knew that his time was running out. But he also knew that he had to protect the people of Millfield, no matter what the cost. So he summoned all of his strength, and he charged at the creature, determined to take it down. The battle was fierce and brutal, and for a moment it seemed as though Frank might actually emerge victorious. But in the end, it was not enough. The creature was too powerful, and Frank was dragged down into the darkness, never to be seen again. And as the creature disappeared into the night, the people of Millfield knew that they would never be safe again. For they had awakened something ancient and malevolent, something that had been dormant for centuries. And now, it was awake and hungry, and it would not rest until it had claimed every last soul in the town.